All right, well, welcome to Shakedown. Xbox on the GT4 Championship. And we're just looking to probably try and see if we can get this show on the road. We've got round two at Silverstone. 60 minutes of the GT4's compulsory pit stop. That's the qualifying results here. With Cosy Mozzie on pole in the Chev with a 2:14.757. Pretty quick time there. Casey right behind him in the BMW M4. Not that far behind. 1.15 seconds behind, and then zero point 0.4, almost 0.5, about half a second behind Highlander in the McLaren, number 7. Apex Filth in the next of the BMWs. This is all for Apex Eaters, I believe, the BMWs of Casey, Apex Filth and Slide Science. In 4th and 5th, Blue Falcon in the Team ANZ CRL McLaren. And let's just have a look if we can actually see if we can get this all happening tonight. A long wait for the session restart, 6 minutes. Unfortunately, this is the view that we're locked on for this 1 hour race, which is going to be the follow view, and hopefully that may give us a little bit of a okay view. I can't really change any other camera angles at all. Again, another issue with this Xbox Series X patch on a Assetto Corsa competitions only. Really, the devs really need to pull their finger out and really look what they've done wrong here. Everything was working not too bad on the previous version when we had compatibility between the old gen and the new gen consoles, and as soon as they upgraded to the advanced settings of the new gen consoles, it's all gone pear-shaped, and really frustrated a lot of leagues and a lot of people too in this multiplayer. And it's a sorry sight to see Assetto Corsa still going down this road. They did it with the original game on console, and it looks like they're doing the same thing again now with the new gen console on this game. So they haven't learnt their lesson, and you can tell by myself that I'm a bit peeved about it because we're sort of going strong. I'm only volunteering for the league to do this commentary, and we got away with round 1. Absolutely sensational with the consoles both being able to work together, the old gen and the new gen, with a grid of around about 14 cars. And now look, we've only got 8 because we've got to separate them. And then we've got all these issues at the same time as well. So it always, I say, limits the ability to be able to race properly. As you can see the screen flickering. Well, that happens on the screen when you're racing multiplayer. The cars flicker and cars' wheels disappear and different things like that, even with good ping rates. But anyway, enough of my slander of Assetto Corsa. Hopefully they get their act together and we can get to proper racing again. But let's go through Cosy Mozzie. Number 364. Wonder why he picked 364. Definitely not his year of born in 64, 3rd month 64. He's not that old. But we might get enlightened one day. Y364. Casey 19. So that's more of a regular number. But again, 19 is his number of choice in the Apex Eaters BMW. Highlander 1777, number 7. You could imagine that's because his gamer tag has so many 7s attached to it. So he could even be 37 as well. 37 37s. But he's got the 7. So he's the leader of the Team ANZ CRL McLaren team. In front of his teammate Blue Falcon, who's back in 6th. But Apex Filth, the second of the Team Apex Eaters, number 83. Then Slide Science, the famous 69 number. Cheeky little fella, he is. And then Blue Falcon 0403, as we said, the second of the Team ANZ CRL cars. And the reason number 16 is the actual year that 2016 that AusNZ Combined Racing League, which I'm part of. I'm actually the owner of the league and the organiser. We started back then in 2016, so 16 is our number that we like to have one of our team cars in. So Blue Falcon being the first to do that for us, and Kempy 714, obviously his number's 714 off his gamer tag. He's in the Chevrolet, so Cozzy Mozzie and Kempy. I'm not too sure of their team name. I'm sorry, I apologise for that to those guys. And then Elong Road, 152. So he's in the Aston Martin. So it's good to see the Aston Martin on the grid. Nice looking car. Unfortunately, I can't show you the front of it. Wish I could, but I can't. And there's the race regulations. We've got 10 a.m. Sunday morning, 1 hour, and mandatory pit stop. And it's for a tyre change, and the pit window is starts, I think, 5 minutes into the start of the race and finishes 5 minutes before the end of the race. So it'll be it'll open with 55 minutes remaining and close with 5 minutes remaining. So we're getting close to race start here at Silverstone. As I said, only 8 cars on the grid due to the lack of support through, I'd say, a set of course competitions only. 505 games and whoever they offloaded the game development to for the patches. So you can see in free practice, Highlander was fastest with the 220. I believe the track was very greasy there. You can see the times, 220. So a bit slower there, but Casey was still there, as was Cozzy Mozzie, who ended up getting pole. So we can see there the times came in. It was still a little bit damp though, so 214, not a bad time from Cozzy. And 218B Elong Road, so about 4 seconds off the pace, but he's also next to Kempy, so they should surely have a great race together. Kempy only doing 5 laps though in qualifying. And you can see Elong Road missed the practice, so he's on the back foot there in the back, and the Mercedes AMG number 82, I believe that would be me. Again, another bug on a set of course, a competitions only that I'm entered in as a spectator, and I actually entered in with a car. So I'm making sure I'm not going to ready up because I don't want to drive. Definitely don't want to drive. So I'm hoping I don't have to drive and I can't see this race. So let's see, there I am. My beautiful car in pit lane, I guess. I don't know if that's me or not. Looks like a McLaren more than a so yeah, so there we go. So unfortunately we can't really do much more than follow the guys here. How did I get those options? Hang on. Sorry guys, I just want to try and get that timetable thing out back.
Green light, go, go, go.
There we go. So off Cozzy Mozzie's has got a great start, but look at Casey down the inside for Apex Eaters, takes the lead of this race early on. And Highlander puts himself actually into 4th position. It looks like Apex Filth has actually made that spot into 3rd position. And you can see the number 1s there of all about the look at slide science right on the back of Highlander. Battling here for 4th position. He's got a nice run. He's Highlander's showing him the outside, but look at slide science. He's still looking to see if he can duck it down the inside. Hard on the brakes. Nice. By the leading cars, Blue Falcon just a little bit behind, just leaving off the pack there. Unfortunately, Elong Road didn't get time to ready up, so he started from pit lane. And Kempy in the big muscle Chevrolet Hound in Blue Falcon at the rear there, and you can sort of see all the cars up in front. Not too bad. You can see how everyone's faring as Slide's having another little poke of his nose down the inside of Highlander, who's in 4th position. And obviously Slide Science can see his teammates up in front with Casey leading the way. And then we've got Cozzy, Mozzie in second, but Apex Filth, the second of the Apex Eaters, there in third position. So clean start by the 8 runners. Unfortunately, as we said, Elong Road missed out on the start, but he's not too far behind. And we're doing the best we can with the limited camera angles. Sorry guys, if you are looking back at the replay or guys live, I can't actually even see the guys that may be live. It's not coming up on my screen. So yeah, if you are watching and you're chatting, sorry I can't answer any of your questions at this stage. I came in late and I haven't got my normal setup that I'd normally be able to see all those comments. The pit lane is actually open, so it was a lot quicker. So it was only the first 2.5, not even 2.5 minutes. So she's open. Maybe it was only the first lap. So there we go. So pit window's open. They must change at least their tyres. Fuel is optional. Really good if I could actually sort of see the different thing. I see if I could drive. No, I don't want to drive, so it comes straight back into me. And return to garage, get back to Casey. And there's no option for me to move around the camera angles, unfortunately. So Apex Filth is still holding third position with Highlander. Slide Science actually dropped a little bit. He's about 1.3 seconds behind now from Highlander. I was actually from the leaders, so 0.3. I think it'd be a little bit more, but this is actually from the leaders, so. And Kempy's there keeping it all together. So this is actually, yeah, the distance between the cars in front. So he's a second behind from Blue Falcon. Blue Falcon's holding 6th position. Well, Kempy's going well here in this Chevrolet. Big, heavy car. Cozzy Mozzie only less than a second behind the leader of Casey. Actually, less than that now. He's right on his tail here. We might see a challenge for the lead up here. Just trying to set him up, get comfortable now into the car. I'd say the tyres are now just coming up to temperature. The GT4s as well, they don't have any tyre blankets. So, and with that long wait, what do we have? Nearly 7-minute wait on the grid. Those tyres would have been absolutely stone cold, like they came out of the back of the truck. So what can he do? Coming on through. I'm sure Cozzy's hoping to get a good result here tonight. I don't have the actual results from the previous race, unfortunately, either. But it's only young in the championship, round 2.
The pit is now open.
Oh, the pit window is now open. So the pit lane, oh sorry, I got it all wrong. Like I did in round 1, actually, I said the same thing, the pit window's open, but it was the pits were open. The pits are open after the first lap, obviously, so the pit window was the 5 minutes into the race. So will we see any early stoppers here? But see if they can do anything. But at the moment, I think they're all pretty comfortable as they are. Obviously, this is the Grand Prix pit entry. They don't use this entry here. This is the starting line the Grand Prix cars use. We continue on to the older part of the circuit where the cars will run the traditional starting line. The circuit's been configured so different over the years. This all inside section all here is all new. Well, the newer part of the circuit. Oh, running wide is Casey, giving opportunity for Cozzy. His eyes lit up big time, Cozzy. Thinking, can I get in there? But Casey's kept a level head and kept the control of that BMW in front. You can see Cozzy rides the brake in and then gets off him and coasts through, whereas Casey, you can see he was dabbing the brakes quite a few times through the different parts of the circuit. I mean, through the apex part of the corner leading into it. A couple of different braking lines into that corner. So there's the start-finish line here for the GT3 car, or GT4 cars, I should say. This corner here, they really need to slow down, try not to get too wide, as Slide Science is in early. So he's coming in for his compulsory pit stop. And getting that out of the way. Unfortunately, they're going to have to deal with my stricken car just sitting there. Shouldn't even be there. Developers, have a look at that, please. But there you go. So he's in. Getting that all done. As Elong Road, he's lost a ton of time. Oh no, he's actually made that gap. It's just taken a while for it to update the positions. Again, very slow process. Might be through the sectors maybe. So we come up to sector 1. So we should see maybe the change up there for him into position 7. And this Aston Martin. But there you go. So yeah, they wait for the sectors by the looks of things for that to change. Not too bad. It's probably that's how it is structured in the game. Some games move those positions a lot quicker. And he's Highlander. First jump into the Assetto Corsa as well from Highlander for Team ANZ CRL. So not doing a bad job there in 4th. He's got his teammate behind, 6 seconds behind, far further back. But Highlander's still keeping a good eye on these leaders and really keeping Apex Filth honest, that's for sure. That's a cool track too, 13 degrees outside temperature, 15 degrees on track, no rain, and the track is green, so that's probably because they had the rain as well during qualifying, but so the track's not quite there for the guys, so hopefully we could see that come back to fast, maybe later on the race. You can just see they're squirming around here in the corners a little bit. I believe that that's probably another bug in the game. G-Portal, I'm sure they changed it so it wouldn't be green at all at this stage, and the bugs just keep growing in this game, so they're chasing their tail. But he's having a nice little run here, Highlander. Just trying to keep tab of Apex Filth. Doesn't want to let him go too far. He's within that second. He's in Formula 1 zone. He could have his DRS probably coming down the straight up here a little bit soon. And hasn't Formula 1 been great too into 2022. 2 sensational races to start the season. Racing is great. But Highlander's found some time there in Sector 1. And really now starting to make Apex Filth think about his corner entry and exit, because he's made a ton of time, and Highlander's actually looking very comfortable. If he can clear Apex Filth, I'm sure you'll probably see him slowly make his way up towards the leading 2 pack of Cozzy Mozzie and Casey, who's leading this race still on lap 4. We're predicting probably around about 26 laps maybe for the race, I think. I'm not too sure. Kempy's in for his pit stop as well. So the green block there after his number means that he's completed his compulsory stop and he's done his tyre change. And you can see Slide Science is back in the pits again. So that's strange. So things are going bad to worse for Slide Science. As Cozzy's laid on the brakes and really putting pressure on Casey now through the tight hairpin before we come onto the starting straight. The Chevrolet's really hooking in through those part of the mechanical grip in the Chevrolet's probably a little bit stronger than BMW. Getting that weight, keeping that those tyres biting into the ground. The car will probably want to lurch a little bit too much on these faster parts where the BMW will be a little bit more nimble, you'd imagine. Those dark clouds up in front as well. I just put myself on mute for a sec, guys. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. Young one going to bed, but here we go. Back into the action. Cozzy hounding the back of Casey still. So Casey may have to try and wipe his brow somewhere along the line here because the pressure is on. And hard thing to do with a helmet, but luckily us sim racers, well, as long as you're not hardcore sim racers, we don't have to wear a helmet. So, but look at this, Cozzy. Absolutely getting close now to Casey. Let's pick up Casey and see if we can see any front end bonnet here of Cozzy. Not quite, because he's just dropped out there a little bit, but getting very close. And in the same postcode of Casey, that's for sure. In postcode 1910046. And here he is having a nice look down the inside. He's made that stick. Nice move by Cozzy. Up into P1, he's taken the lead of the race, but can Cozzy come back at him? I mean, can Casey come back at him now in the BMW? He's trying his best here. Cozzy's going to try and hold him off here. He's going to try and hold that inside line. Look at the nose of Casey. He's going to try and stick it in here. Wise here, he's still sticking it there though, so running a little bit wide is Cozzy, but got the ideal line coming into, I think it's Beckett's or Druids, one of those ones. You know, the fast, twisty bits of Silverstone. Beg your pardon, I don't have a track map, so you can sack me, guys, for being a commentator. Oh, look at Casey. Absolutely piling on the pressure. He doesn't want to give up the lead of this race. He wants to get past on this start-finish line back in the front of this race. He wants every lap to be the leader. But it looks like he's... Oh, here we go. Back down the inside. He's going to find himself on the outside. He's put himself on the wrong part of the track here. Nice move by Cozzy to position that car well. And the big Chevrolet stays in P1 with Casey still trying to figure out how he's going to get back in front. Can the Apex Eaters? I believe Casey did win very well in the first round at Brands Hatch as well. So obviously he's the nemesis for everyone. He's the one that everyone's chasing. And Cozzy's got the better at the moment. Here we are with 45 minutes remaining on lap 6. Oh, a bit of the sausage curb there, bouncing around Casey's BMW. But back up here, going for third position. The battle here is heating up as well between the BMW and the McLaren. And Elong Road actually is now up into 5th, so he's taken that position from Blue Falcon after Blue Falcon's obviously made a mistake somewhere. So Elong Road up to 5th. 20 seconds here behind Highlander, so fairway away, but he's got a healthy little lead there, almost 5 seconds behind Blue Falcon. So the Aston Martin looking good for a good top 5 result tonight if he can keep the car on the black stuff and make sure that pit stop goes through without any issues either, the mandatory stop. He may just have Blue Falcon's measure, but Blue Falcon I'm sure will be back at it as soon as he can. Let's see if we can actually have a look at the timetables here. It's all learning experience for everyone here, but let's have a look. We can't actually see their best lap, unfortunately, so we can only... Oh, actually, if I go on them, I think I can. So there you go. So Blue Falcon's best lap looks like it's a and invalidated one of a 2:16, but he's got a 2:16.104, which was his last lap. But he had a couple of 2:25s and 2:20, so obviously a mistake. That's probably where the change of position went. But whereas Elong Road, he's actually into a 2:14, so he's got on lap 4. So he's got some pace. He's averaging a good 2:15, I'd say. So obviously he's got the pace to hold that position, hold Blue Falcon at bay. And here we are back up front again with Casey. And how about Blue Highlander taking the lead over Apex Filth, but he's having a look down the inside again. And Highlander showing you better commit yourself to the inside there. I am taking my racing line, and there's a lead change as well. Casey's finding himself on the outside. Cozzy Mozzie's still holding the position, but it looks like a nice up, over and under from Casey. And he should see, big corner cut there from Casey. That could be under review there, so he's probably best to hold station. But he looks like he's still going to go for it here, down the inside. But if Cozzy can hold it, which, he's just found that Cozzy had to back it out because the rear end was stepping out. Apex Filth has let Highlander go. Highlander's got plenty of pace to burn, and I could imagine with these guys battling, holding themselves up, it won't be long we'll see Highlander, maybe within the 2 or 3 laps. We may see Highlander come up to them, and we may even see Highlander, as he gets closer to him, maybe elect to pit. So he doesn't get held up behind these guys. He might elect to pit to do the undercut. Highlander's got a lot of experience on project cars too, so though he's new to a set of course, he's not new to sim racing and racing in general. Loves his motorsport, loves his V8s. And so he's definitely doing really well tonight for his debut for Shakedown. And Blue Falcon's still staying within that 5 seconds of Elong Road. But what's happening with Kempy? And, we know actually Slide Science. He's well and truly back. He's a lap down. Well and truly, even maybe 2 laps down. Maybe just a lap down on the leaders, yeah. Could actually have gone down 2 laps. Maybe. So that's a shame for Slide after looking so well. And but things are looking up for Slide as Apex Filth is into the pit, so he's looking for the undercut. So he's chosen to do that. And saying enough's enough. I'm getting caught up with you, Casey. I mean, who was that in the... Not Casey, it was Apex Filth. So Apex Filth was actually in 4th position, I believe, behind Highlander. Sorry about that, guys. So he was in 4th, so he's gone for an earlier pit stop. But the battle again still raging between these two. Hasn't stopped all race. Wish we could have proper camera angles. It would have been absolutely awesome watching this battle unfold. Great track view cameras would have been great. But anyway, we're stuck with what we got here, and hopefully we can witness some good racing. And as we're seeing right here now between these two, as they are about to start their 9th lap. Not quite halfway there yet. And the first 5 still yet to pit. So the question will be, can Apex Filth, as he's out on his own out there, can he just keep it together and make sure that he keeps his reference braking going? He's got no other cars around him now, so hopefully he can just get into a groove. Not make any mistakes, and see if he can pop back out into 4th once all the other guys in front pit. Elong Road and Blue Falcon likely to filter back into 5th and 6th respectively. But Highlander is absolutely trying to be on a charge here, but I've got to keep going up to the front here because Cozzy Mozzie's not letting Casey have an easy race here at Silverstone. I believe back at Brands Hatch from when we commentated, I had the luxury of having, here we go, big dive down the inside. Can he pull up? Yes, he can. As Casey now looks to see if he can undercut down through here. He's got a little run, but he's put the brakes on. Didn't want to push the point. Probably a wise move by Casey. That's why he wins so many races as well. Make sure that car doesn't get put into an awkward position. Got a very level head, racing head as Casey, but he's into second now. He may just enjoy being able just to see where Cozzy may be making a little bit of time on him, where he's strong. So when it comes to the back end of this race, Casey knows where to really look at defending, where he knows that Cozzy's strengths are, because when you've got a car behind you, yes, they're always behind you, but you don't exactly know where their strengths are. You can know where they're sort of really coming at you, but they can do that at every little point of when they're behind you. But now when Cozzy is out in front and he's got a free rein, you may just see where he skips away just a little bit and put that in the memory bank just to make sure you try and protect that part of the circuit when you come to that point late in the race if Casey finds himself in the lead. But it's been a great little race here by the Australians over here at Shakedown Xbox Racing League. Here on a set of course at competitions only. Doing the best they can. There's a little flickering going on, but that's not hurting these guys. It's not stopping them, that's for sure. Oh, he's got to run, Casey, as he was saying. This flowing part of the circuit, the faster parts, the heavier Chevrolet lurching around, a bit slower, the nimble BMW can really attack those corners. Car staying a lot more level on the surface of the track. Highland is starting to bridge that gap too, only 2.3 seconds behind Casey, behind this battle now. And Blue Falcon is actually no, he's losing time. I think he was just around about 5 seconds behind Elong Road before, so he's now pushed that, Elong Road I should say, has now pushed that out to 7.5 seconds, so he's bridging a good little healthy gap over Blue Falcon. So again, that's Aston Martin putting in some good solid times. Sorry about the quick changes there. I thought there was someone maybe right behind him there, but Cozzy's still out in front in this Chevrolet. Purple bonnet of Casey in the Apex Eaters. As you can see now, look at Highlander coming at him. So it may work for him, or may not work out for him, because it's getting quite close to halfway distance, and a lot of the guys like to pit around the halfway point. Though Casey, we did see at Brands Hatch, he ran it right to the end of the pit window, almost missing out after he had a little spin, I believe, avoiding another car, and he got in the pit lane before the pit window closed, probably within 20 seconds or. It could have been under 20 seconds actually. It could have been within 10 seconds of pit lane closing. So if he didn't have that spin to avoid the accident, he would have got in there comfortably. But yeah, cut it very fine. So I'm assuming this race night tonight, he won't be risking that. Oh, straight ahead goes Casey. Totally missed a few things up there. And Cozzy now looking at defending. I think the right thing from Casey, because he may have, and he has, he's actually backed it out a little bit because he knew that he would have had a run coming back onto that straight. So he's done the right thing. But now it's fair play now. Getting through the next corner. There was no attack between when he went off into the next corner, but now he's out, so now he's into it. As Blue Falcon's into the pit lane to see if he can actually do something for get in front of Elong Road and hopefully benefits. But he's got a 7 second to 8 second deficit he had. So we'll go back to Highlander because he's probably got the prime seat of all this action. And look at Casey cutting that first corner. Surely that's taking the track limits to almost to the limit for sure. It's getting close. And you can now see Highlander catch him, so maybe Highlander might take the opportunity to pit. He's coming close to the pit entry. Oh, and Blue Falcon, a stop-go for 30 seconds for probably coming out over the lines or something there. So he's got to come back through. So that's given up his chance to try and get in front of Elong Road. And look, he's Apex Filth, I think. Oh yeah, he did get in front of him. So let's see if Highlander goes in. No, he doesn't. He's going to hold and stay with him. So his opportunity for an undercut is probably just evaporated. He's still, he was cutting that corner up there nice, but he still had the outside wheels still on the black stuff, that's for sure. Casey's pushing very, very hard now because he knows that the Team ANZ CRL McLaren is latching onto these guys now. So he wants to give Cozzy a bit of a hurry up. They've been having a grand old time out at front. But now it's almost time for battle for sheep stake stations here now. Oh, as Casey's having a look down on the outside again, might find himself on the wrong side of the circuit. He doesn't want to be vulnerable for Highlander, but he's going to try and stick it down the inside if he can. He's going to do it. Took a lot of grass there on the inside, but that was trying to avoid incident. But he's been able to get back in front there now with Highlander right behind Cozzy tucked in. And showing the nose as well. He just wants to settle Highlander and make sure he lets these drivers know they haven't raced Highlander before. Casey would have, but not here on this game though. But we'll just see how they go. He's a McLaren's got a lot of great turn. He can come in a lot sharper angle on the hairpin there and still get around with room to spare and put a lot of pressure on this Corvette, the Chevrolet of Cozzy. Show on the inside. Hasn't McLaren been able to save its tyres? These guys have been at it all race long. May have chewed up a bit of their tyre life. So again, the number one's electing to pit. So they're going to stay at it. But what a battle for the lead we've been having. Been going for 30 minutes. We're halfway through this race, almost halfway through. And now it's a three-way battle. It's both run fairly wide with Highlander. He's got this McLaren hooked up nice, and this McLaren should be. He's got speed to burn through this section, that's for sure. He's just holding off these guys. As we've got a car right behind them as well. Not too sure who it is. It's Slide Science, so he's obviously a lap or so down. So he had a lot of pace coming through there too. As Highlander
We are
slow
halfway
it
through.
down.
Keep it up.
Highlander's trying to make a lap back, but these guys have to come in and pit very shortly, I guess. It may be wise for Highlander. Obviously, you probably want to try and look and pit in and just not get involved in any of this. You've got a lap car, Slide Signs, trying to get a lap back. And really pushing hard. But doesn't want to get caught up in Slide Science trying to do this either, and he probably doesn't want to try and let Slide Science through for obvious reasons. He's going to lose out then, but will he let him through here? Slide Science is really trying hard. Or you can still see, as Highlander wants a little break from Slide, so that's probably a better option to do. Say, well, I'm going to actually try and put someone else behind you and me. But Slide was able to benefit from Cozzy actually running wide. Oh, and what's happening up in front? Casey running extremely wide on the outside. And here we got a debut racer taking the lead here on lap 13 into lap 14. Can he hold on to it? No, the pressure of Casey sticking his BMW nose down the inside has stopped Highlander. So Highlander may not be able to come out as the race leader on that lap. No, he's just a little bit behind. Casey's still got the lead. But look at the pace of the McLaren. Down pit straight. And a nice early power on here, and he should make it nice and easy. Casey now has to tuck behind. And I think he's just now going to watch this McLaren go off into the distance. Oh, there's a lot of pressure. Actually, Casey's got more pace through there, and you think the BMWs have got it too, because we saw slide signs come right on the back of Highlander earlier. But Highlander in the number 7, Team ANZ CRL McLaren, finally got out front. It's taken him 14 laps. Started in third, I think it was, third position. Lost the position at the start though to, I know, Apex Filth. So he took a while to get Apex Filth, but then he just didn't take too long to then get on the latch of these, of Casey and Cozzy. As Cozzy's out of the pits now, and also big one in front of Elong Road, who's come into the pit lane. And it looks like Blue Falcon's still got a stop, 30-second stop or stop go for 30 seconds. So that's costly. So will we see Casey electing? He may have wanted to go long, and he's now got the McLaren in front, sort of pulling away. Listen to the brake squeal. They're working hard as Highlander's drifted wide, well off the track there on exit. Wasn't able to pull it up, but will he keep a tight line and get into the pit lane here? No, they won't. They're staying out. No, there's a little fake by Casey. He's in the pit lane. Now, it's very important they find first gear. Don't speed here at that 50k zone, so he's in well. So what can Highlander do? Bouncing over the curbs there into turn 1. Will he let slide signs go? Or will he just keep going? So it looks like he's got some good pace, but we have seen Slide actually come through here. Beckett's fairly strong, but you can see then the rear end protesting hard, leaving a few black marks behind. But he has been able to gain a little bit of time through there, so the BMWs are fairly strong. But will Highlander elect to maybe stay out for a couple more laps, or knowing that he was faster, but will he gamble knowing that Casey's going to have some nice fresh boots on? And the track is still green, so that's crazy. The track would have been at least fast, rub it up a little bit. We've had 15 laps of 8 cars running around here. No weather to report of other than these dark, dismal British clouds. Can this be a debut race of champions here from Highlander? Something that he'd be definitely enjoying now, but look at the amount of trouble he's got getting that car around now. He's been pushing hard and came in there a bit too hot, so we'll keep an eye when he goes for pit. He's the only driver yet, as you can see, with the yellow one still compulsory pit stop yet to do. Blue Falcons have served his stop go. Oh, Slide's getting so close. He wants to get that lap back, but he will get it back. Definitely will get it back, but he's getting closer to Kempy as well. He's only actually no, he's not. Why has he got 2.6 seconds behind? But that's because he's 2.6 seconds behind Elong Road. So Kempy's now in the big, strong Chevrolet, trying to muscle his way back up through the field. And he's looking forward to obviously a top 5 position. It's definitely not out of the question for old Kempy boy. So go hard, sir, and see what happens. But Elon Road's been showing some good solid pace in that Aston Martin. Hopefully that gets it up on 2 wheels. We're used to that in the V8. So old Campy, good on you, brother. Putting on for the show for everyone. That's good to see. Beautiful work. I wish him luck. Hopefully he can get up through the field here and pick up any scraps. He's had a tough race early on, but he was one of the first of the stoppers. Not too sure why, if that was for a bit of damage. Oh, just can't pull the big thing up. But anyway, he moves on. Casey's a lap down. No, he's not a lap down. Don't get too excited. He's only 4 seconds behind Cozzy. Highlander still keeping slide signs behind him. Whole slides might start getting a little bit frustrated. And you don't want to see Sly getting too frustrated. He's quite competitive at all stages of a race. It doesn't matter where he is. And he's on a mission, that's for sure. So he's can see that he's probably about, yeah, there you go, 31 seconds behind Kempy, roughly. So he'll be hoping that Highlander gets in the pit so he can unleash the BMW in that 69 Apex Eaters. So will we see Highlander come in now? Have a breather. No, he won't. He's staying out again. So Highlander's elected to go long. Playing the extremely long game. Don't take Apex Filth out of this. 11 seconds behind these two of Casey and Cozzy. And, you know, I think they were playing nice earlier on. I can bet you bottom dollar that things are going to get heated come with 10 minutes remaining of this race. These two guys are together again. So Apex could be looking for a little bit of a little free ticket here onto the podium. But again, you got Highlander. Oh, hang on. Now we're looking at myself there. How do I get out of this now? Yes. Drive. Sorry, guys. What do I do now? No, I don't want to drive. Turn to garage. Get back there. Return to garage. Here we go. What I was going to say, Highlander hasn't done a pit stop in competitive multiplayer here, so he probably did some testing, I'd say, in single player. But again, when he knows he's in front and he's trying to keep a gap between himself and Cozzy to try and get back out in front again. You've seen how easy it was. Blue Falcon copped a stop-go, 30 seconds, so that was probably maybe speeding in the pit lane, not getting that pit limiter engaged before the pit entry. Or even coming out of the... You wouldn't think he would have come out without the pit limiter on. It would have been still on. And yeah, so I think that may have been coming in too hot. So Highlander's just going to have to see. And if he's trying to push some time to make it nice and safe that he comes back out in front, you never know. So he may drop with any little mistake like that and hand over to Apex Phil and even Elon Road if you're talking about a 30-second penalty. But he's staying out again. So he's out there, he's number 7, the little red dot. And the next car of Cozzy Mozzie is just coming up into the, well, we go there now into this tight little part here, up into the couple of tight second gear corners. Tightest part of the circuit, really. So there's a bit of a gap there between the two. We'll stay on board here and we should be able to pick up when he goes over the start-finish line, maybe a time. The track sort of got up a little bit, 17 degrees. Wind's picked up though, 5 kilometres an hour. There was no wind at the start of the race. Actually, it's a tailwind coming down the start-finish line. So that's going to push the cars into turn 1 a little bit. And Highlander's actually just pulled that little gap away from Slide Science if I pick up on Slides. So maybe Slide's tyres are a little bit second-hand as he had pitted fairly a while ago. But also Highlander, yeah, it's a pit, so he's on worse tyres. Just under 18 minutes remaining of this race, with 18 laps completed. 18. Now let's run through the field. We've got obviously Highlander 1777 for Team Apex, not Team, for Team ANZ CRL. Out in front with a pit yet to be served. We'll just stay on just to see if he does go in this lap around before we move on to position 2 of Cozzy Mozzie, and he's staying out. So Cozzy Mozzie going over the GP start finish line. What would be turn 1 for them. Very exciting corner through there, but he's out there in the Chevrolet in second, hoping to hold off this hard charging in the end. Casey 19100046, and Dial, a driver of Casey, the number 9 Team Apex Eater, in third position, and his teammate behind him, not too far away, Apex Filth, and the 83 Team Apex Eaters BMW. And as you can just see there, it's come up around 15 seconds behind Casey. And Elong Road doing a sensational job, still out in 5th position. So starting in 8th, he's been the mover and shaker, that's for sure, tonight. You can almost say Highlander as well in position 3 for a debut, also leading this race. But we won't count our chickens yet, as there's still plenty of racing to go. And a pit stop yet for Highlander. So Elong Road in position 5. And Kempy not too far behind Elong Road either. 8 seconds, so he's still holding touch. You can just see him. You can just see him in the distance, about to enter up there. So that's a good sign. Encouraging side for Kempy. He's got a reference. He's got a target basically to aim for. And will he get Elong Road, Kempy? He's showed some action on the track, getting the car up on 2 wheels, keeping the Chev crowd happy. While the more smooth driver of Cozzy, they're chasing down Highlander. Oh, as we speak, Highlander's run wide. A big moment here. We've just caught that on screen. So will Highlander take this opportunity to pit? His tyres are absolutely gone. He should take it all the way in now in the pit lane as he filters off. So here he goes. We don't have any speed figures here, but I think they've got to get it down to 60 kilometres an hour. 50 kilometres an hour looks like. So he's done that. So he's in. So let's have a look where Cozzy is. He's coming through the slow part of the circuit, but not too far away. So here he is. Can he do the Chevrolet crowd proud and get it up onto back into P1 again? It's saying he's 1 lap down. I doubt he is 1 lap down. But here's Highlander waiting for the crew to the invisible crew to put the tyres on. They're all waiting to get the tyres on, put their hands up. Jackman's about to drop the car probably. And it's almost saying, go, go, go. But who likes, everyone loves an invisible crew, but it looks like he's in there for a long time. So here we go. Cozzy's got the lead of this race, so he's stayed out a little bit too long, and the fresher tyres have obviously benefited these cars. So Highlander's got all this work to do. He's just leaving pit lane now. So Cozzy takes the lead of the race here. No, he hasn't. Or has he? We'll wait for the sectors. I won't get excited here. We'll wait. I'm sure Cozzy's got the lead of the race here. We've got to wait for the first sector to click over. A bit slow here on the Assetto Corsa to update the scores. But it says he's 48 seconds behind, but no, he's not 48 seconds behind. He's probably 48 seconds in front. Not that far. As Highlanders just can almost see those guys coming through the corner as Casey now resumes into P2. 2.3 seconds, as you can see now, Highlander 11 seconds behind. Now Apex Filth, he can see Highlander. So you can see how much time actually Highlander has lost from staying out for so long. And Slide Science now is in front of Blue Falcon. I think he was already actually in front of Blue Falcon, sorry, before that pissed off. So Blue Falcon, the last of the second car of the ANZ CRL McLaren team. 1 lap behind. And the number 16, and he's probably on the same lap actually, and he's just about to 4 a lap down when these guys come around. So buckle yourselves in, guys, and strap yourselves in and enjoy this, because Highlander, he's got the pace, but he's a little bit got a little bit of a deficit to make up. And can he get himself up into back into the second and even in the first position? So he's going to find it tough with 12 minutes remaining. The elbows will be out, that's for sure. And these guys here, if they just play it nice and safe and nice and smooth for the next 5 minutes or so, and then get it on, they know that they should still have a nice healthy gap over Highlander and afford to be able to slow each other down a little bit and not jeopardise their position. And try and Casey might be able to try and battle, challenge for the lead. See if he can come away with 2 wins from 2 rounds. Oh, bouncing over the curbs with all 4 wheels. Pushing hard. Kempy's losing touch of Elong Road. He was only 8 seconds behind, now he's 10, so slowly losing time to Elong Road. Who's basically just got to keep his cool for the next 11 minutes, and should come home with a top 5, which will be a great result. Bit of a lonely race for Elong Road, but not so lonely when you know you've got had a car behind you sort of chasing you for a while, and you'd be happy to see that he's bridged that out to 10 seconds. So he's got a little safety net there, and obviously if he has a spin, that 10 seconds will be gobbled up pretty quickly, and you'd find that Kempy will get in front fairly easy. So he's just got to keep a level head here, Elong Road, and we should see him finish with a good result in position 5. But Cozzy doing his due, but Casey's slowly picking that gap down to under a second. So Casey's finding some time. Different parts of the circuit now. Oh, drops down to second gear, high revs out of the BMW. Try to get that power on. See if you can shorten that rotation of that corner that little bit. Nice clean entry here into the first corner. He's got a good run. He's going to actually have a good run up here. Should gain a little bit on Cozzy, I would imagine. Looking very good, Casey. Can he get the power on out of this corner nice? The Chevrolet surely does get the power down nice. You can see the Chev just starting to pull away just a little bit. But definitely through the corners, Casey's gaining. And he's found 100ths of the second in that first sector. So it just proves that Casey's got some good mid-corner speed. Now Casey's got to start thinking. Now he's saying, what are you doing? Cozzy, I mean, going, what are you doing, Casey, to me? Thought I was going to get a good victory here. I don't know if it's going to be Cozzy's first victory. He's been around with Shakedown for a while. I'm sure he's had victories before, but I'll tell you what, getting a victory over Casey's surely not an easy thing to do. His Highlanders experience as the first-time driver obviously has made a little mistake by staying out probably a little bit too much when the pressure was still on, with these two guys going fairly fast. He hasn't been able to bridge any gap here at the moment from these guys. Hasn't been able to rein them in. He's still 11 seconds behind. But still, not too bad for his first outing to be on a podium with a level of drive in here tonight. It's just a shame that we've got to have this follow car view, but that's how it is. I think I can get on and do a lap with him if I go to drive again. There we go. We'll go to... What view can we go to? We'll go to that. No, we don't want the camera view. We won't want Formula 1. We'll go to that view. We'll go B. Hang on. Turn to garage. Go to... Here we go. Let's have a couple of on boards, won't we? First of all, enjoy a lap with Casey. Chases down Cozzy. Enjoy, guys.
Pit window is now closed.
Pit window is now closed with 5 minutes remaining. So we'll keep an eye on this, but why don't we go and listen to some good old big V8 action. I'm assuming it's a V8, could be a V6, I'm not 100% sure. V6 engine, not 100% sure, but listen to the Chevrolet here of Cozzy out in front with 4.5 minutes remaining. Keeping it nice and steady up over the rise. There's a great mark as well in the second gear. Oh, he's in the first gear actually, feathering the throttle around here. Picks up second. Runs at full throttle. What a great job Cozzy's doing out in front. Casey just sort of relaxed just that little bit, just to try and conserve a little bit of the tyre. Maybe it's the temperatures have gone up a little bit, and he's just trying to get those up back into the window so he can mount his last attack. Still looking very racy, Casey, but he's lost a little bit of time, half a second. As we've been on board here of Cozzy, giving you a real good driver's perspective. Very loud inside these cars. Point is almost deafening. Who needs the boss when you've got a Chev engine in the front of your bonnet? Born in the USA, but so was a Chev. Go, my friend. So let's now listen to the mid-engine McLaren. Get away from the front-engine cars, and you can see now Highlander. Ooh, down in the third, running hard into the first corner. Not play around too much with the engine temps. Running at into third there. He's got 20 litres of fuel by the looks of things. Enough fuel to get to the end. 2 laps remaining, he's got more than enough. And the other car we're going to be maybe checking if we can just near the end is Elon Road in the Aston Martin. We've seen the BMW, the Chev, and now the McLaren, the leading cars. One more lap to go after this one, and that'll be it. That'll be all she wrote. A little bit of understeer happening in that McLaren by the looks of things. There goes the leaders. Up in front. Oh, Elon Road's in the pits. Probably get some fuel. He's probably short did his fuel. It's we'll just get on him on the exit here, pit lane. He's probably short-filled that fuel tank. Oh, he's got to stop go of 30 seconds as well. Coming in too hot, so that's destroyed Elon Road's race. Oh no. Up in the 5th position. Got all the fuel rock coming too hard, and copped a penalty for probably speeding in pit lane. And he may even end up coming last with Blue Falcon, maybe benefiting here. What are they going to do? He's going to be on the last lap. Oh, unbelievable turn of events here, but let me just quickly go to drive. I've got to quickly change my camera angle. Let's go back to the far view. Let me go to garage. Let's pick up Cozzy Mozzie. Let's pick up Casey. So here we go. They're on their last lap. We're on position 2. We have Casey still chasing down Cozzy, and he's bridged that gap. It was over, it was about 1.5 seconds, so he's got that under. And who cares about the time that's down? You can actually see the gap here with your own eyes. As Blue Falcon's just in front there. Oh, again, Cozzy's trying to get it up like the Chevrolet of Kempy. Not as impressive as the big Chev does it, but still pretty impressive as at his own accord there in the BMW. Now the track's gone fast as well, so late in the race it's gone to fast. Oh, at the wrong time for these guys. Hard on the brakes does Casey go. Can he put a last ditch attack here on Cozzy? He's doing everything he can. Cozzy's running wide. He's held it together. They kept it on the black stuff. I thought for a minute there he was going to go out on the grass, but he's done well. It looks like Cozzy's going to just have enough here. So here we go. Only another 2 more corners remaining. Surely it's done for Cozzy in the Chevrolet. I really apologise not knowing the team name of these guys. I should, because this is a great moment for Cozzy in the Chevrolet in the 364. Got to find out why that is for these race numbers. Congratulations. Well done to Cozzy and Casey coming home second. Great result by these guys. And here comes Highlander on his debut race. 3rd position after having the lead of the race until the pit stops. He's got plenty to go back and review there to try and see where things went wrong and see if he can eradicate whatever happened there in that pit stop. And Apex Filth for the Apex Eaters, they get a 2nd and a 4th. Great result by those guys. And a 3rd. So Slide Science, as I said, never gives up. He was last, a lap down, very early on the race. This is why we say stick with it, guys. When you're in the sim racing and in a community, why take it away from your community and quit out because things have gone wrong in the early part of the race? Look what's ended up happening with Slide Science. So he was around 1 lap down in 8th position for a long period of time. And yes, he got some luck from a few people, but that's why you stick around. And he's picked up 5th position and good valuable points for the Team Apex Eaters, which probably will go away, leading the team's championship without a doubt with 3 cars in the top 5. Congratulations to those guys, and well done to Slide Science for sticking it in the hard way and coming in home in 5th. Well done. And Campy not too far, actually picked up some time there in the Chevrolet, the crowd favourite. And Elong Road, what's he going to do? Does he have to stop? We've got Blue Falcon right near him, challenging here for the change of position, but Elong Road's still got that 30-second penalty. So will that be added on to the end of the race, or will he be disqualified because he can't go in the pits now? It's the last lap. Oh, Blue Falcon, what are you doing, my friend? As Elong Road now comes around, going to finish the race. We'll soon see what happens. But he's got a 60-second, so it went to a 60-second added on to his time. So that should see Blue Falcon now up into 7th. So again, Blue Falcon's another one that's actually spent some time there in last, and then ends up picking up that position. So well done to him. And we've already got Slide Science there actually leaving us early on. So hopefully we can get the race results here. There we go. So we've got Cozzy Mozzie, as we've seen on pole, winning the race, 27 laps in total. 6 cars on the lead lap. So we got Cozzy, Casey, Highlander, Filth, Slide Science, Campy, Elong Road, and Blue Falcon. Both Elong Road and Blue Falcon 2 laps. 1 lap down. But what ends up happening with Elong Road? Does he had a 60-second time penalty. Would that put him behind Blue Falcon? Who knows? But one would think that that's what would happen. Stop go 30 seconds there. So not too sure what ends up happening there. But Cozzy Mozzie's back in the pit lane. Highland, no one doing any burnouts. Apex Filth sitting out there. Slide Science is actually there. Campy's there. Blue Falcon. Elong Road going around still. And they're all starting to drop out now as the race is finished. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed that race. What a battle we had for the lead most of the all of the race between the Chev and the BMW and the McLaren. Got in there just before the pit stops and got in the front on his own accord, actually, without the pit stop. So did it on track, Highlander, but then elected to go a bit long, which could have ended up costing him in the end. So we'll see how that pans out. But for round 3. So this is for Shakedown Xbox Racing here on Racing League for Australia and New Zealand drivers. Have a search for Shakedown Xbox There will be a Shakedown group for real racing, but look down for Shakedown Xbox Sim Racing. And there also is a Shakedown Sim Racing League, which is for PC. But if you're on Xbox, put in the Xbox on Facebook, look at the groups, probably request to join the group. And one of the admins will probably get in touch with you and see if you're interested to join in. We're only round 2 of 14 or 16 rounds, so plenty of opportunity to come and join in. GT4s, and then they have the GT3 runs every alternate week, so every fortnight. So on a Tuesday night from 6 o'clock practice starts, race normally around about 7 o'clock and or 7:30 depending on GT3. So yeah,
Green light,
come and hit them up.
Go, go, go.
I've been your host here, Woody Lizard, and glad that you may have enjoyed watching this stream and this race. It was pretty much of a cracker, I reckon. With the camera angles, we only were limited to follow the car view, so unfortunately, that was all she wrote. So until next time, guys, we'll see you then.